Welcome to Santorini Dreams. Morning calm on the bench while the resort wakes up. Coffee in hand, sea breeze in your face. That's how Greeks start the day. Fresh fruit, warm bread, endless buffet options. Inside, a private pool, kids playing, summer forever. This is the Santorini-inspired resort I'm building in The Sims 4, inspired by my own Greece trip. Let's hop into the build! In the last days, while choosing the final destination of my vacation, I've seen so many resorts in the Greece, and the one which stood out for me was the Santorini resort. So I was very much inspired by the hotel, and even though I'm not going there exactly, I wanted to build it at least in The Sims. As per usual with my builds, I also limited this one, so there's going to be only businesses and hobbies and the island living. I also placed there some items from the spa day, but those are only 2, so if you don't have spa day, you can enjoy this resort as is. I also, from the color scheme, wanted to have this typical very white, stony texture which the Santorini has, and I also built plenty of rooms, but for the purpose of this video I will be demonstrating only on the suite, which in my mind is the most pretty room here, which has also the bedroom and the living area. But basically all the other rooms are similar in the colors in the whole layout, however they don't have the living area. You can also see here quickly how do the rooms look like. From the layout perspective, I was building it in a way that there is this pavilion part which we are building right now, and then there is going to be the main part. On the right side there is going to be a reception together with the restaurant, and on the left side will be kind of activity area. I also built this huge pool in the middle, and on the left side I also separated, of course, the level guests which you always see on the vacations. And through every area you can get through so many stairs. Never ever have I built so many stairs as with this build. But I so love how this looks. I think it's exactly how I see those resorts looking like. Granted, I've never been in Santorini, and I'm also not going now, I'm going to Crete. So for those of you who visited Santorini, leave a comment if this is how it looked like there, or if it's totally crazy built and it's just my imagination. And also from the architecture I was playing so much with the details, like for example with the roof or with the different half walls, different entrances, different layout. Actually every room has a different layout, although I was trying to keep it real. So everywhere where the bathroom is, I was trying that it's logical. So when one bathroom is in one room, in the other room it's right next to it, and then when the rooms are above, then the bathroom is exactly above because the pipes will be going there. I love building realistically, so I was really trying also here. And in the reception I've placed this beautiful fountain which we got as a reward in the recent running reward event. And I also placed on the right side the tables and the chairs. In my mind this is where you go when you want to book yourself a trip. And then on the left side you see the reception. Your sim could not use it, or your sim could not use the computers which are there, which is I think a good thing, because then they would be annoying about it. They can use 2 computers which are for booking the tours. And upstairs I created a restaurant. I made there a buffet tables from the tables which we got as a reward. If you don't have them, I'm sorry. There is also no kitchen. I think there are also other packs which are having this. And also you can sit inside or you can sit outside on the fresh air, looking down into the garden, looking down into the pool. When I'm on vacation, I always love to sit outside, or if I'm outside because outside is too hot and I would prefer to be in an AC room, then I at least want to sit directly next to the huge window to see. I've also built these cascading waterfalls in the live mode. It's just gorgeous. I was placing there fountains, which you have also in the base game, so anyone can do this. I also made a short about this, so if you are curious how, then check the link down below. And then I moved on to decorate the garden. In my last build, I was complaining very much that we don't have 64 by 64 lot. Here I had 64 by 64, but yet it was still small for me. So I did my best with the plants around. I think it looks fantastic. However, I would prefer if the lot would be bigger. And I also didn't place there any fence because I built it in a Bringleton Bay, and there is this huge entrance which you see now. So normally I would build also an entrance where the car could come, but this was there already pre-made. So I figured I can save some space for the build itself. And when I'm on the vacations, I always like to attend yoga classes, so definitely I built one also here, where this stony path lives. And of course Santorini is situated on the stones, so I was also decorating here the stones with some landscaping, because you usually have something growing out there, even though there are only stones. I've also went back to the pavilion area because we are still not done there and we are still missing the bathroom, so I figured I will leave this here so you can see the room once again. But with that, we are through with the rooms and we can move on back to the garden and move back to the main buildings itself and finalize building the last part. So downstairs I was thinking I can build a gym, I will put the toilets definitely, and I will also place like a gaming room, because in the resorts you always have something like this. And I'm very sorry to everyone who is exercising, because you know that the gym is totally impractical. There is no AC, there are these doors to the outside, there is probably heat coming. I'm sorry, but it's the same, so I figured. But with that, we are through with the build. Let me know if you're planning any vacations in the comment section. Have a wonderful rest of the day and see you next time. Bye bye!